What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good morning today. We got the new Morbius trailer finally dropped after it had leaked yesterday, right? Well, it seems like most of it did. I've seen that leak that came out yesterday, and it seemed like it was a little bit more of an edited version of exactly what we got this morning. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about some other stuff if you'd like to as well, but we're also going to talk about some new comic book solicits being solicited. Some new comic book previews that are being solicited for January 2022. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you're all having a good day. See, we've got a few great people in here already. Some of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. We got Lucas, Texvenger, and my man, Reed for Man Reviews. What is up? Yeah, there's a new Morbius trailer. Yeah, get home and react to it. There you go. Absolutely. Yesterday they released... yesterday they announced basically that there was going to be a trailer, a new trailer for the Sony Pictures new Morbius film today. And what happened, just kind of through the course of the day and the way things happened, was a leaked version of the trailer came out. And it's a lot like we got today, this morning, with the full trailer, this full second trailer, I guess you could say, or is it the first full? I don't know. Was the last one? Did they consider that teaser that last one we got? I don't know. But this trailer dropped this morning. It's about 3 minutes long, and it is definitely a longer version of that one that leaked yesterday. And I gotta tell you, this trailer actually looks pretty dang good. It looks pretty good. We see just kind of the introduction of this character, Morbius. Was it Michael? I believe it's Michael Morbius. Dr. Michael. I could be wrong. I'm not super familiar with the character. Not one of the characters that I really read a whole lot of. But I'm not really into like vampires and that kind of thing anyway. Vampires, zombies. I'm not really into it. I get it. A lot of people are, and that's okay. That's okay if you are. But I'm not really into it. But this movie actually looks pretty dang good. It looks like it's got a dark look to it. It looks like it might have some startling moments, maybe kind of a horror vibe to it. But ladies and gentlemen, the thing that scares me most is the fact that this movie is still PG-13. This is the same thing that they did with Venom. Am I right? Venom #1. The first Venom movie, which I think is a better movie over Venom versus Carnage, or Venom and Carnage, but Let There Be Carnage. The second Venom installment. Especially in that one, I feel like there should have been, maybe the first one they tried to push the envelope, and they kind of skirted this line between going rated R and not going rated R in the first Venom film. And I really do feel like it suffered for it. I feel like the fact that it just kept trying to go for that rated R, but then it was just kind of like, ooh, reel it in, and and that's perfectly fine. You can do a lot of that with clever edits and things like that, but there's just things that aren't in this movie that kind of I feel need to be there for it to be, to just go ahead and get that rated R rating and just make it that much, just give it that little bit of punch that it needs. Similar to how for the last Wolverine movie, Logan, and didn't they do the one before that as well, that are rated R, where when you're cutting and hacking into people, you actually see blood. To me, I think that's an important thing when it comes to a film like to some of these kind of films. And I'm not saying that you have to go over the top grotesque with the blood. You don't have to do all of that. But I feel like it's going to be the same thing in this movie as it is in Venom, where it just kind of skirts that line, and it's like you just need to just go for it. And just because you go for it and get that R rating doesn't mean you have to be gratuitous with it. You don't have to be gratuitous with it. That's what I'm trying to say, is you don't have to be gratuitous. You can just do it. Do that little bit more for that R rating. And just get the R rating. And like I said, you don't have to be gratuitous if you get that R rating. It's okay. Chances are, still take your kids to see it if you want to see it. This movie looks like it's probably got too many moments in it where it looks scary, so my kids probably won't be into it. But hey, I'm not for sure. But the trailer does look pretty good, but my only fear is that it is that same Sony Pictures thing like they're doing with Venom, where it looks kind of dark and scary and, horrific and maybe a little bit violent. And then they just end up going with that PG-13 rating anyway. And when they should just go for the R. Just go for the R. But let me know what you think about the Morbius trailer down in the comments below. Are you looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to seeing this movie? I got to tell you, I think the movie actually looks pretty good. It does, according to this trailer. Some interesting things going on in the trailer as well. But, I guess we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay, Lucas Texvenger says, I just woke up. I'm going to check the trailer, and I'll be back. Nice. All right. Hell yeah. Mike License to Shield Porter, my man, says, you know what is weird? I'm not sure marketing is there for Morbius. On Twitter, there is no emoji with the hat. Really? Wow. Are you putting it in right? Are you putting like, maybe you got to put Morbius trailer. Sony's Morbius. Maybe you got to put Morbius the Living Vampire. Morbius looks pretty good, but what does all the Easter eggs mean? Well, I don't know. It's very interesting. I mean, I feel like they want to tie this movie. Like, what are we doing here? I guess that's kind of where we're at. Some of the questions that we need answered. We've seen obviously in Venom how they, in that post-credit scene. This is a spoiler. Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Spoiler. We're going to spoil something right here. So you're going to have to mute out for the next 20 seconds or so. I'll wave my hand when it's okay. But in that Venom: Let There Be Carnage post-credit scene, I mean, they got Peter Parker in there, and it's obviously ties to the MCU in that way. But is it tied to the MCU? I don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know the answers to these things. We don't know the answers to these things to know whether it's fully tied in yet or not, do we? It'd be very interesting if it is. And how far is that relationship going to go if Sony continues to, they bring Venom in to the universe, or they just have some things kind of cross over? It could be that they just put that in there to bring Spider-Man into the Sony universe, not the other way around. It could be. It very well could be. And that's kind of, I mean, I guess that's some of the questions that we'll need answered, because even if it does, even if that's what it does, obviously they could still bring in obviously Michael Keaton's Vulture and all of the things that they had in the MCU. I would think more than likely, considering they are pretty much Sony films. They just I guess the difference would be, you wouldn't have Iron Man in it. Iron Man's dead anyway. Once they go off and do their own solo movies. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I mean, what do you guys think that Venom, Morbius, and all these guys are coming over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or is it just them bringing Spider-Man into the Spamunk, the Sony's Marvel, Sony. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Did you watch it, Reefer? Oh, you said you're gonna do a reaction to it. Yeah, never mind. What universe are we in? I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that trailer it was pretty dope, wasn't it, Lucas? It does look pretty good. It just, as I was saying while you were gone, it just scares me because it's PG-13. It's got those horrific moments in there. Looks like it's going to be scary. But the thing is, like, it's got those moments in there, but it's only PG-13, and it kind of scares me in the fact that I feel like it's going to be like Venom. where, you know, like they're gonna push, like they're gonna push the R, but they're not gonna go there, and they just should. They just should. I feel like it's gonna do that same thing. Chillmonger, my man, how are you doing? Guys, make sure you go check out Chillmonger. You know what? If you're here, you already subscribed to him. If not, go subscribe. It says, nope, the MCU is not touching those icky spumunk. Yeah. And I can't even remember what it's called. The Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Is that what it is? Yeah. I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. Like, everybody's excited, like, yeah! And it's like, no. And who knows? Maybe Sony decides, like, hey, go ahead and continue to use Spider-Man in your movies. Maybe they'll continue to make money off of it that way. But then maybe they're just going to start making their own Spider-Man movies. Unfortunately, we know that's kind of what sucks, because it's not under that direction, that thumb of Kevin Feige, which is, I think, something that with these films, I think, is very important, having him there producing all these Marvel characters that they've got under their umbrella, because it's just that Feige thing. Now, many would argue that maybe Kevin Feige's losing his flash, his pizzazz, his panache, his panache. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Would say he's kind of losing some of that flavor. A lot of people, especially now, because Eternals is such a terrible movie, right? It's getting terrible reviews. Nobody likes it. Kumail Nanjiani is a piece of shit, because he basically came out and said, fuck fans. That's what he basically did. He basically did it, right? Naturally, I'm kidding. But supposedly this movie is getting all those, just getting some bad reviews out there. A lot of people out there not enjoying the movie. And it's funny too. I hear people talking about, like, oh, this is like the most hated Marvel movie since Thor: The Dark World. Oh, man, Thor: The Dark World gets so much hate, man. I actually like Thor: The Dark World. It's a pretty good movie. Like, I'm not saying that it's perfect. but it's pretty good. This was like Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. It was like the second movie that they wrote in the MCU. It was their second film, right before they went on to do Captain America: Winter Soldier, their third. Right? So, I don't know. I think there was a lot of things that happened in Thor: The Dark World that I think are important things that happened, actually. Talking about I'm thinking about the Sony universe again, about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A lot of things happen in there, especially the whole thing with the worlds aligning, Yggdrasil and all that stuff that they were talking about, the convergence, right? I mean, don't think that things like that, the convergence, don't relate to how a lot of the other things that they are talking about in the MCU affect each other. Right? It's not magic, it's science. It's not. I would definitely like for it to be rated R. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Vulture is in it. Yeah. I ain't reacting to it. I was joking. Okay. The newspaper talks about Rhino. Yeah. Sony side of the Spider-Verse. Which Spider-Man? A poster of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man with a murderer spray painted over it. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just hard to say what's going on with all of this stuff. It's hard to say what's going on with all of it. You know what I mean? Because, like, here's the thing. Oh, Brian McCann, thank you so much for being here. Says Feige went woke, going broke soon. Feige hasn't lost anything. Says Mike licensed to Shill Porter. Mike licensed to shill. Porter knows, because he gets no sleep too. Yeah. Which world are we in? Yeah. Dark World is the best hated film I ever seen. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like it. I like it more than Captain Marvel, though I don't think it's rated higher than Captain Marvel on my. I don't think it's rated higher than Captain Marvel on my ranking list. Isn't that terrible? I know. Brian McCann's getting ready to beat me up in the chats about that. And he'd be like, "What? My top 3 MCU films are Iron Man 1, 2, and 3." Man, Tony Stark is a sham, bruh. He's a sham. He's the Sony of Marvel characters. All he does is he takes other people's inventions and improves upon them. Okay. He invented repulsor technology. I'll give him that. He invented repulsor technology. But everything else he appropriated. He takes other people's shit and appropriates it. And he makes it his own. That's what he does. Try to pass it all off as his own. Oh, I was thinking yesterday when I was talking about the Image comic workers, I was wearing my Iron Man shirt. I was like, oh man, hopefully I'm not talking all this trash and wearing my Iron Man shirt. Oh man. Thor 1, 2, and 3 are great too. Yeah, I like 1 and 2. Number 3, the Taika Waititi one, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's got some cool stuff in it. Definitely some, like, at the very beginning, when he's using Mjolnir, swinging around, just like kind of all like everything that they did with that was fucking beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Like it seems like every single movie, I'm like, no, like, I was like, after the first one, I'm like, no, like, they did some cool shit with Mjolnir, but like, nah, I need more than that. Like, no. Right? And then the second one came out, I was like, it's getting there. But then the third one came, Ragnarok came out, and Taika Waititi did some really cool shit with the camera when they were using. But I also feel like they just kind of showed Mjolnir doing a little bit more in that film. While it was in it. And I think it was really cool. And something I wanted to see a little bit more of him using it, kind of, I guess in that way, just getting a little bit, maybe a little bit more of the action the way they did it, more so than anything. I bet the lore stuff in Eternals went under the critics' radar. I know I'll appreciate it. Yeah, probably so. It's going to be interesting on it. Eternals, I definitely think that if John Campea is going to see it a third time, that it is trash. Right? Like John Campea going to see that bitch fucking 3 times? It's gotta suck. Oh, no, Mike, licensed to shill. Porter, he's in the same boat, bro. He's like the Marvel shill all the way. He's a Marvel shill all the way. I think he likes those fucking Guardians movies. Ugh. Captain Marvel was yuck. Tony equals Sony. Stark's dad invented repulsor tech. I mean, where's that at? I mean, maybe in the comics. But so far, like in the MCU, it was Tony. Iron Man 3, the boy that helped Stark needs to return as Iron Lad. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. And the thing is, like, because they always kind of mix it up a little bit, and like they do. Like they're never gonna give us what we need, what we want out of some of these characters. They're never gonna give us that. But yeah, the Morbius trailer though. I thought it was pretty good, and I think you're right though too. I think I'm with Chillmonger here. I kind of feel like what they're doing, what they did in Venom, is that they are pulling Spider-Man into their universe more so than the fact that we're getting Venom going into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would like to be wrong, because it would be great to see Feige have use of all of those tools. It would be great to see that. I could see maybe there's an agreement where they maybe allow their characters to go into the MCU films that aren't the Sony films, and maybe get some royalties for it. But then it would be a thing where what's happening at Sony Pictures has nothing to do with this here, but they still got the characters, and we cross them over here for reasons like that. But kind of feel like that wouldn't happen because in the sense it ties all that stuff to the MCU. Now, the other thing I will say, Two Gun Pedro, pew pew. What is up, my man? The other thing I definitely think about when it comes to the Sony Spider-Man films, these latest couple, getting ready to get 3. I always tell everybody, and people always push back about this, but they are very, very loosely connected to the MCU. They're very loosely connected to the MCU. You can take a look at how the crossover happens. This is something my man Chillmonger would probably agree with here too. I would say it's a relationship like happened with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I would say it's more of a relationship like it happened with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where its connection, the first film, is Tony Stark. That's it. He crosses over from the MCU into the Sony film. He's in there, the suit in there, couple times there, and we see him make a cameo appearance, and that's pretty much about it as far as any of the characters from the MCU in there. Oh, well, I guess there's Happy. There's Happy Hogan also, right? There's Happy Hogan. But basically, all those characters that are in the Sony Spider-Man films are just in those films. You don't see them in the MCU proper films. You don't see them in Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame. You don't see them. You don't see them in any of those subsequent films after Spider-Man's been introduced. You only got Tony Stark and Happy Hogan. I think, well, what else was there? Pepper Potts. In Pepper Potts, wasn't she? Because that was it. Was that at the end of was that at the end of Homecoming, where he went to give him the suit and he said no, he wants to stay the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I think that was that one, right? Yeah. Was that the end of Civil War? I can't remember. But the point being is that's really all that crosses over. Nothing major, and it crosses over just that way. Like a lot of it, like you don't see Vulture or anything like that appearing in any of the MCU films, and then you can take a look at Far From Home. You don't see Mysterio anywhere in the MCU proper. You don't see any of these other characters over there either. You see Happy Hogan, right? You see Happy Hogan in Far From Home. Like that's it. Did they have? I guess they had. They had images of Iron Man, but that's about it. And then if you take a look at the new Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 3, these trailers we're getting, I know in these trailers it shows it looks like there's Doctor Strange in there so much. Looks like he's in there a whole lot, right? Looks like it's gonna be Doctor Strange. It looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be like maybe it's like a Bad Boys production, right? And Doctor Strange is like Puff Daddy. I guess Spider-Man is Mace. Doctor Strange all up in his shit the whole time, right? I think what we get in the trailer is probably just about all we're gonna get out of Doctor Strange in this film, to be quite honest with you. I can't imagine that he's gonna be in there a whole lot. Just like Tony Stark in the previous 2. But I think that's going to be the only real crossover. And also obviously you got Wong in there too. But pretty much this is something going on in the Sony Spider-Man, in a Sony Spider-Man film, if you think about it, right? It's going to be the only crossover. Just those 2 characters. The situation's mentioned, obviously. So, I don't know. They are very loosely connected. They are very loosely connected. Oh, and I guess you could always take a look at Jim Morita Jr. Wasn't that his name? The guy who was from Captain America, the first Avenger, who was the principal in Homecoming, or in Homecoming. But I guess at this point, he's probably growing up and getting out of high school, so he probably won't be in any anymore, will he? I don't know. But anyway, let's see. MCU Captain America #1. We see Stark at the World's Fair, debuting his repulsor tech for flying cars. If he can get to work. I think it was a completely different. Mode of thing. But I hear what you're saying. But I think they actually got, it's somewhere in like the little case files and everything that they have actually. It's somewhere in one of the films. They actually show that Tony Stark actually invented repulsor technology. Where again, his father was probably close to it. And he probably did whatever it took to perfect it. But pretty much everything else, and in that case, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to doubt that at all. I'm okay with that. Tony Stark is a sham. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1 was great. Yeah, I like all of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I really think that the Eternals film will have the fans. For the record, I love every MCU movie. Just some are better than others. Some are serious. Some are humorous. All gold to me. I'm down with that. My favorite MCU connected film is Choke. What? I don't know if I've seen that one. Aglax. Enlighten me. You never saw Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Hall H. Yeah, not that I know of. Oh man, the Morbius trailer actually looks better than the Venom movies, but only time will tell. Yeah, it does. It does actually look better than the Venom movies. It does. But I don't know. They made both of the Venom movies look like they were going to be pretty good, but they didn't make them look like they was going to be this good. Peter's principal is a descendant of one of the Howling Commandos. Yep. Yeah. I'm from Fresno, Ace. Yeah, that's the thing about because the first Avenger was the jokes that they put in there, like some of that crude humor in there, where they made Dum Dum Dugan seem discriminatory. He's like, oh, we're just taking everybody, and he's like, yeah, and Marita, he's like, I'm from Fresno, Ace, and it's just funny. You think they're gonna do that shit in the Disney-owned film now? I doubt it. You know why? Because that means that Dum Dum Dugan can't be a good guy because he made that comment. He made that off-color joke. No pun intended there. Damn, I'm getting canceled now like Dum Dum Dugan. But yeah, one of the Howling Commandos, absolutely. You know what? And that'd be something cool too that they should do. Like they could always do that too. Like some of these characters could have been descendants of the Howling Commandos. You know what I mean? Some characters that they put in the films or whatever. I mean, they change all the damn characters up anyway, right? They change all the damn characters up because I was reading through this Thunderbolts. I'm almost done with it too. I probably got like 5 issues left. The Thunderbolts Omnibus, and they got one of the characters in there, Citizen V, and eventually one of the actual descendants of Citizen V comes into the picture, and of course you know what they did with it. Marvel Comics was woke back in the 90s. Brought a female in, a whammon, to be the new Citizen V. Guess that's what you do to get all the boys into it, isn't it? You race swap. Or race swap. See, I can't even be serious, damn it. You sex swap the character Just put some boobies on her and make her look hot, and you think we're gonna accept this new Citizen V just because she looks hot behind that suit? Sons of bitches. Fucking Marvel's woke. I can't even be serious. Like, race swapping. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. We saw Happy. We saw Shield. Yeah, but that's like Shield. Come on, man. Come on, man. But you know what? Honestly, in I don't know. Did we? We didn't see Shield. Where did we see Shield in Homecoming or in Far From Home? Was Shield in Far From Home? Was Nick Fury with Shield in Far From Home? Because I mean, I know we seen him in Hill. Okay, Hill was there too, but again, not like major characters here. I mean, come on. And if you think about it, it wasn't even Nick Fury anyway. It was a Skrull. It was a Skrull. Both of them were Skrulls. Yeah. But either way, it's like not major characters. They're not giving up much. They're not putting Thor and Hulk, which they obviously don't have the really rights to do, or any of that stuff in there. You know what I mean? It's like it's a very loose connection. It's a very loose connection. Sequel trilogy trailers were great, but the movies weren't as good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes trailers look better than a finished product. Yeah. Tony Stark perfected it, but his dad just didn't have the tech to handle it. Oh, man. Yeah. Hashtag Stark Sham. Okay. Star Trek was woke in the 60s. Oh, man. Choke is a movie about Rickson Gracie winning an early MMA competition. And it's incredible. Real violence, not for everyone. Rickson is the guy slapping Norton's Hulk in Brazil. Oh, man. All right. You've got me, Agalax. I'm going to have to check it out. I was woke when I went to work. I was surrounded by diverse cast members. Oh, man. Terrible. Female Citizen V wasn't woke. She wasn't a bitch. She was the bestest ever. No, that's woke. They gender swapped the character. Because there's no way that Citizen B's wife could go on to have a female child and have a female child after that and have a bunch of grandchildren that were daughters that wanted to take his place. It's not possible. Marvel isn't being made woke. It made woke people. Okay. Stan Lee wasn't wonderful World War II. Stan Lee, that wonderful World War II propagandist, knew the only reason that this stream isn't in German is because of feminism and multicultural friendship. Oh man, Aglax. Great, man. That's great. That's funny. That's funny, dude. Rickson Gracie is the actor fighter slapping Banner. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You guys want to get into some comic previews? Let's get into some comic previews. Here. Where are we at? There we are. Right here. January. These are the comic solicits for January, right? January? November, January. Yeah, for January 2022. I know I put that on the thumbnail and all that stuff, and I was pretty sure, but I wasn't for sure, but I was pretty sure when I did that. All right. Yeah, all right. So yeah, Chillmonger, man, he knows, he got it. Okay, so here, we're gonna start off with the indies. with the indies. We're not starting with the Image and the Boom Studios and the IDWs. And Dark Horse. We're going to start in the green pages. We're going to start in the green page. Oh, man, what's... Uh-oh, Aglax is starting fights in the chat. What's he saying? What's he saying? Aglax is way too smart for me. Yeah. You can find Choke on YouTube for free, but again, you will see people receive life-altering injuries. All right. All right. So we're starting off here with Ablaze Publishing. We got on Ablaze Publishing, we got some books coming out here. Sorry, here, let me get some things situated. Here at the house. Here in the studio. Okay, we're on Ablaze Comics. We got The Breaker. This is Omnibus Volume 2. I believe, is this some of their manga stuff that they have been doing on Ablaze? I know they've got a couple here. I think there's another one we're going to go into in a minute. They even got a preview here of exactly what is of the book. And a preview here of the book, so you can always go and check that out, and you can see some of the art that we've got there. Some of the art we've got there for the book. Then going into Captain Harlock here, Space Pirate Captain Harlock. This is the hardcover. This is again one of the manga type series that they've been doing here in the comics. Also got Animal Castle #2. Again, I haven't really checked this out. Now, this book right here is getting ready to come out this week. Gilliam March's Laura. This is issue #3 being solicited. Obviously it comes out. I'll be at the comic shop later today. We're going to be there doing all the pull lists and, getting all the books bagged and boarded and everything. But this one right here, Gilliam March's Laura, like, I might check this one out and pull it to read anyway, because I read that one he just did. What was it? Carmen over on Image Comics, and it was damn good. So it made me I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and check this one out. And then He Who Fights with Monsters, issue #5 as well, coming up there. Another pretty good series. If you ask me, it's been pretty good so far. I've read. What is it? The first 2 issues have come out already. Moving on into more, we've got Aardvark Vanaheim. They got this is not the final cover. The Cerebus in Hell 2022 preview one shot. And they have these weird prices on their books for $4 for the book. They've also got Swords of Cerebus in Hell Volume 10 trade paperback for $24.99. What else we got there? Cerebus Volume 10. Minds trade paperback remastered edition for $30. So on Abrams Appleseed. What is this? Oh, I think this is one of those ones, one of those books that they have for kids. Doctor Strange, my Mighty Marvel first book, board book. Okay, so it's like those gold, what is it, like, those remember the gold ones that had the gold binding on there, when you was a kid? Surely you remember those. Did they have those still? They have those when you were a kid? I don't know. Abstract Studios got Serial issue #10 coming out. Terry Moore's How to Draw Expanded, How to Draw Comics. How to Draw Expanded Edition? How to Draw. Okay. Yeah. Moving into AC Comics, 21st Centurions. Acme Inc. What is this? Charlie and Humphrey #1. Oh, what happened there? Oh, sorry. Charlie and Humphrey #1. I don't know. I'm on Aconite Books. This is Marvel Untold Reign of the Devourer softcover. I don't know what this is all about. Ooh. It says here, Victor Von Doom saw his future for an instant, and now he cannot rest. His obsession with regaining those memories leads him into the arcane science of geomancy. As he delves into the ancient memories that lie beneath his land, Doom discovers a tremendous concentration of power, one that should never be explored. Doom's excavations and necromancy fracture the prison of something awful. The Devourer of Souls. That's interesting, right? Now free to roam Latveria, the Devourer spreads a plague of soul-hungry vampires. Doom must choose between seizing the power for himself or destroying it before his realm is no more. Interesting. And I've never really read a whole lot of Doom or anything either, so I don't know. I know what I have read and everything. I mean, the character's obviously cool, badass, and definitely one of the more formidable opponents out there in the greater Marvel universe. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I got some Action Lab books. Got some is that the Action Lab still is Action Lab actually putting these out? Are they still putting out books? In case you guys don't know, sorry, I don't even mean to laugh because it's kind of messed up. Action Lab, they went out there and they've got some books that they went and did with their creators and everything, and apparently they just don't really do much to help promote the books and they also haven't been, I guess, paying the creators for their books. Some of the books haven't come out yet, and the creators are just trying to get the books, the rights back to the book so they can probably, like, it's a mess, man. It's a mess. Kind of messed up, but still, I've like said here, like, oh man, Action Lab. Oh God. Oh man. Oh yeah. They got another one here, New Men also. Oh man. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being terrible. It looks like we got some other books coming out here on Ad House. Advent Comics got Crescent One shot. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Is that showing up there for you guys? Let me see. Oh, okay. Is it not? Oh, come on, man. No, not that. This one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Why does it want to be like that? Okay, now let's move it back. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we got it. I don't know why it was all like that. It's giving me a hard time here. There we go. Crescent is out to stop the West Coast crime kingpin, Vincent Neptune. But he is not willing to go down without a fight or a murder on one of his greatest foes. Enter the mercenary known as the Coroner, who is looking to add Crescent as his latest victim. I don't know. I just seen that cover, and that was a pretty I like that cover. That cover art, Bart Sears, writer Tony Kittrell, huh? Art by A. Brooks. Is that Albert Brooks? Albert Brooks? What? I'm kidding. Here, let's take a look at that. 10th anniversary. Okay, this is the 10th anniversary. Apparently, is what it's saying on that cover there. I don't know. Action Lab does Zombie Tramp. Oh man. Aren't they the ones Two Gun Pedro out there supposedly in all the hot water? Everybody don't like them now. Isn't that them? I'm pretty sure it is. Which is kind of crazy. I didn't see any Zombie Tramp in here solicited this month. That's kind of weird. They usually have that just about every month. And Yeah, it's not on here. It's not on here. But yeah, look at that. That's a pretty sick cover. That's a pretty sick cover. I like it. Anyway, that's kind of what I that's what I noticed. That's what I noticed. But anyway, let's get back. Let's get back here. Let's get back here in the previews. Moving on into Aftershock Comics. This one is by Erica Schultz and Van Jensen. Bylines in Blood, issue number 1. Interesting. What's this all about? The future. The very concept of truth has died. Politicians invent their own facts, and independent newspapers no longer exist in this world. Private detectives serve as Ronin, searching out the hard truths that people are desperate to keep hidden. The best of these is Satya, known as Lady Dick, a former journalist turned gumshoe who runs every lead to ground. But Satya has just received her hardest case yet. Her old editor has been murdered. Someone wanted him silenced, and the trail points towards the highest bastions of power. To find justice for her friend, she'll have to put everything and everyone she knows at risk. A prophetic neo-noir thriller was with unexpected twists at every turn. Bylines is co-created by Ringo Award-nominated writer Erica Schultz and comic writer and former newspaper crime reporter Van Jensen, aided and abetted by Spanish art sensation Annika. Yeah. So hey, there you go. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it is. I guess we'll see how it is. It's on Aftershock Comics. I mean, I like most of their comics. And no, I'm not saying that just because I'm not saying that just because I work for them. I'm not saying that just because I work for Aftershock Comics. There's a lot of books like we can go through my short box that I got over here that is completely full. Now I got to go get another one because it's full, too full of Aftershock Comics. I got plenty of the damn comics before I ever worked for them. I like Aftershock Comics, but this one, this actually sounds like a bunch of. This actually sounds like YouTube. This actually sounds like they got a bunch of YouTubers who are now they got a bunch of YouTubers turned detectives is what it sounds like. Right? I think this first story arc is about Ryan Kennel tracking down the truth. It's about Ryan Kennel tracking down the truth of Alec Baldwin. That's what this is about. Okay, now this one right here. I've never read Dark Red at all. I need to get on and read this. It's written by Tim Seeley. This one right here got art by Corin Howell. And I got to tell you, man, I love Corin Howell's art. She does some great art. This one right here. It's a prestige format one shot. It's going to be $6.99, 48 pages. And it has to do with like vampires and all this stuff. You know, I'm not really into all that stuff, but I want to read this just because it's Corin Howell. Like I said, Corin Howell does some freaking great art. So I've got to check it out. You see right here kind of some of the previews that they have there of some of the interior art and things like that there. Got an incentive cover there by Andy Clark. The main cover is by Corin M. Howell as well. So yeah, that one's pretty badass. I like that. Let's go back and let's check this out. Did that come up? Did that come up right this time? Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, here let's check out that cover. That's a pretty tight cover, man. I like that. Again, art by Corin M. Howell, man. Just good stuff. Like I said, I like Corin's work. Yeah. But that's just if you ask me. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Down in the comments below. We'll move on. to the next book here on Aftershock Comics. We got Maniac of New York. The Bronx is Burning, issue number 2. This is the follow-up to the hit Maniac of New York. This is issue number 2 of the series. Oh, did it not change? It didn't change. There we go. Written by Elliot Callan with artist Andrea Muti. Lettered by Taylor Esposito. Basically all the same team that they had for the original run of this book. So yeah. I thought that I really did like the first one. It's basically like Jason Takes Manhattan or something like that. You know, it's because you can see he's got the ski mask and everything on. He's a slasher. In the first story arc, he got put on this subway system that was being basically unmanned. It was just all piloted by, I don't know, by robots, basically. It's just all, so somebody they didn't constantly have to be a conductor on there, and it would run 24 hours a day. Well, this guy went on there, the slasher got on there, and he started hacking everybody up, and I can't remember if something happened to where they kept the train going to where it wouldn't stop. I think that was something that happened, and then like these detectives got on there and were trying to stop it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. Then we've got My Date with Monsters issue number 3 getting ready to come out. I know issue number 1 is getting ready to come out of this series here in the next couple of weeks. Written by Paul Tobin, art by Andy McDonald. So this one should be coming out soon. I know I can go and read this one. I haven't read the issue number 1 yet. But also the next one we got is The Heathens, issue number 3, written by Cullen Bunn and Heath Moidio. This one right here, issue number 1, is getting ready to come out this week of The Heathens, issue number 1 on Aftershock Comics. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. It's this one's, we can see here, is $4.99. Being solicited as $4.99. So it's probably going to come with some of those cardstock covers. I'm willing to bet they do that with some of their books. They usually do that with their number 1s. And other books, I don't know, just certain books they do. But we can see even moving into Chicken Devil number 4 and Cross to Bear number 4. Those are both at $4.99 also. Let's see. Then we move into The Search for Who, issue number 5, and Almost American number 5 as well. I haven't read Almost American either. Search for Who so far has been pretty good. I need to read Chicken Devil, but I did read Cross to Bear issue number 1, and I thought that one was pretty good as well. And then moving on from there, we got the Clans of Bellari trade paperback, Beyond the Breach trade paperback, and Seven Swords trade paperback. Beyond the Breach is another one I've enjoyed. I believe the last issue got postponed a little bit just due to the some of the paper shortage and just all of those kinds of things. Clans of Bellari, I believe there's an issue of that coming out this week as well. What is it? Issue number 4 getting ready to come out? And then Seven Swords, I believe issue number 5 is getting ready to come out very soon as well. And then the next one we got on Aftershock is on their Seismic Press. Their young adult line is the Fear Book Club, written by Richard Ashley Hamilton. And artist Marco Matrone. And you see right there kind of what that one. It's an original. It's an OGN. It's an OGN, and that one's going to be $16.99 for 112 pages. And they've even got here's some of the interior art in here for that as well. Yeah. And then also got some of these other titles they're soliciting again here as well, with Baby Teeth Volume 1, We Live Volume 1, A Walk Through Hell. This is the hardcover of Walk Through Hell, written by Garth Ennis. Volume 1 of Dark Arc. I've never read any of the Dark Arc stuff. I need to check some of that out too. Animosity Volume 1, they've got solicited here, Rough Riders as well. So I haven't read all of these. Some of them are older series and things like that as well. And you know, like believe me, I could go through and I have access. I can read all of these, but a lot of times, man, like I'm telling you, I could break myself buying all these books. You know what I mean? I could break myself. Look at these. You even got some of these little displays. You can see some of these displays in some of the stores that I go into. Some of the stores that I visit. But yeah. Let's see. Trinity is a Hydra agent. It's official. Yes. Hell yeah. Hell Hydra. Yeah. Aglax, I appreciate your humor so much. I think you're very talented. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Aglax is great. Thanks, for my expertise in nonsense is more of a handicap than anything else. Yeah. Damn vampires! Yeah. You're cracking me up. Thank you so much for being here, Aloys. Hope all is going well with you. Perry Comics in the building. What is up? Mr. Ronan. Is that supposed to be morning? Not Mr. Onan? Wait, is that supposed to be morning? Oh man, go to sleep and wake up and see Jig still streaming. Oh, what? Oh, really? Seriously? I was gonna say I know I've seen Jig streaming earlier, but damn, we're pulling another one of those 24-hour streams or some shit. Yeah, those long streams. I think I almost did like 11 hours. All right, wow. Brian McCann says, Trinity, I have a comic idea for you. Let's go Brandon the comic. That's funny, dude. That's funny. Let's go Brandon the comic, huh? Well, anyway, guys. I think did we get all the way? Let's get through the A's here. Let's get through the A's on the comic solicits here. We've got Ahoy Comics here with Black Myth trade paperback, Edgar Allan Poe, Snifter of Death #4. Also got My Bad #3. I haven't read anything on Ahoy Comics. Ahoy Comics got some other books here from Albatross, funny books as well. Then it goes into American mythology. Ooh, look at those. Some American mythology books with Laurel and Hardy. You got a couple of different covers there for those as well. Look. Not only is he Spider-Man, but we also got Tom Holland's Fright Night #2. Tom Holland. Hell yeah, dude. Tom Holland's in the comic books, guys. Tom Holland's in the comic books. Oh my God, we got Tom Holland's Fright Night issue #2. We also got Willy's Wonderland prequel #1. Exclusive Willy's poster cover, huh? Wow. I know Black Angus just did a review of Willy's Wonderland issue #1. It wasn't the prequel. But he just did a review just last week on Willy's Wonderland. You should go check it out. Go check out my man Black Angus. Let's see. American mythology continues with Zorro Fights #3, Zorro New World #3. They got all these Zorro titles that they put a lot of those out there as well on American mythology, as well as Pellucidar Across Savage Seas #4. Never even heard of that. Like, I know at my LCS we get in some of the Zorro comics, but I haven't heard of some of these other ones. Got American Mythology Autographed Comics Starter Set. Augie McCockroach's trade paperback and promo card set as well. I don't know. Let's see. We've also got here on the Antarctic Press, Gold Digger #292. Yeah. Also got Black Hops Apocalypse Now. Man, is that? I can't remember. What was the last one we got? Apocalypse Now. I wonder. I'm not sure which one that is. Volume 1 is Bones of the Patriots. Let's see. Oops. I don't think it's that one. Oh, is it that one? No, I don't think it's that one. Which one is it? Maybe it's the volume 3. Yeah, it's the volume 3. apocalypse. Like I got this from back to the crowdfunder, the Kickstarter. All thanks to the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. We went and backed that, and I've actually already got a copy of that book already to read. And that's getting ready to come out in a couple of months. Here as well. World War III, battle over Hokkaido, number 3 of 5. Moving on, I got Ninja High School, number 183. Planet Comics, number 5. Exciting Comics, number 20. Also, Chuck Dixon, Alias, Black and White, number 5. Chuck Dixon. There you go. Patriotica, Volume 2. Patriotica United Trade Paperback. Also got Horror Comics, issue number 10. The year of Dracula Begins, huh? 125th year of Dracula Begins. Interesting. Seems like it's been a while since I've got one of those horror comics, man. Where are they at? We're moving on into Archie. Got some different ones there. Betty and Veronica, Modern Classics, Magic, Jumbo Comics, Archie Milestones. Let's see, you got some Aspen Comics over here again. Some of these different ones here. And they do I'm not sure what these are. Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald, Marvel DC exclusive. Oh, exclusive Aspen variants. Okay. So they got some exclusive Aspen variants that they've got here with Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald doing the art on these. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know they did those. Also then moving into ARH Studios. What's ARH Studios stand for? We got Twin Mermaids, Princesses of the Sea, as well as Undying Queen number 2. I don't know, that Undying Queen looks pretty good. Looks like, I don't know, looks Mesopotamia 300 BC. It is the dawn of mankind in the age of Arkala, the Undying Queen of Ur. In the distant past, the land of yeah, I don't know. It's just that cover, it's kind of eye-catching. Also on Asylum Press, you got Warlash. Bioburden. This is a one-shot signed edition. Okay, signed edition even too of another one there. They've got as well. Then moving into Avatar Press. Avatar, yeah, they've got. Ooh, is this? Yeah, Cinema Purgatorio, complete collection for $19.99. Writer Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill. Also, Alan Moore's writing for comics. Ooh, look at this. War Stories, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You also get in here to Gravel and Crossed as well. I know these series have been popular. I know channel I follow, Nerd Scum. You guys should go check them out. They do. He's been doing some Crossed reviews and been getting some pretty good views out of that. Then moving into AWA Upshot after that. Moving on into AWA Upshot, we've got Fourth Man, number 1 by Jeff McComsey. Illustrated by Mike Deodato Jr., colored by Lee Lowridge, cover by Mike Deodato Jr., with a variant cover by Raza. The Fourth Man. What's that supposed to be, like Beverly Hills Cop? Is that what that cover looks? Is that what that cover supposed to be? Look like it's supposed to be kind of like Beverly Hills Cop. Am I wrong there? You know, just like the way it's like the man, like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then what is that supposed to be? Like Pee Wee Herman? Like Pee Wee's Playhouse? Remember he did the... Anyway. The Fourth Man, number 1 out. You know I'll be pulling that anyway. Get a lot of the AWA Upshot books. I get all of them, as a matter of fact. Crimson Cage, number 2, as well as Knighted, number 3. Crimson Cage is written by John Lees. Great writer with art by Alex McCormack. Knighted is written by Greg Hurwitz, and that one's getting ready to come out this week. Issue number 1 will be out this week. Then we got Hotel Volume 2, another John Lees book. Thank you, Lord. I'm not even a believer, but thank you to the people over at AWA Upshot for making Hotel Volume 2 happen. We've also got Telepaths number 5 getting ready to come out here. I believe that's the penultimate issue of Telepaths. Then moving into Out, number 4 by Rob Williams, along with the Moths trade paperback mods. It's been a damn good series. I think there's one issue left of that series as well, and I can't wait to read it. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. Then we got Bad Kids Press. What's this all about? Okay, that's moving into the B's. We're done then. We're done with the A's. We got Avon, a book there by Avon Books. Got a book there by Avon Books as well. But that's all we got for today's show, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we went through the A's here of the comic book solicits. Let me know if there's anything in there you've seen that you liked. I know some of those Aftershock books I'm going to be getting. Those AWA Upshot books I'm going to be getting. You know how I roll, man. Oh, yeah. The next time we get into this, we're going to be into the B's. So that means we're going to get into Boundless Comics. Yeah. I know you want to see those Boundless Comics. All that smut. But anyway, let's get in here, guys, and see what you guys are saying before we get ready to wrap up the show. Yes. I have a comic. Okay, there we go. Will Morgan, my man, how are you doing? What is up? Good morning. We're just going over some new comic book solicits. We started off the show talking about the new Morbius. Talking about that new Morbius trailer and how fire that was, right? And how I'm scared because it actually looks good. And they did that same thing with the Venom. And how they made it look good and everything, but then it was rated PG, and they didn't give, you know, when they should have just go for the rated R, man. Let's go for the rated R. And then we started talking about some comic book stuff here, guys. Daniel Fisher, how are you doing, my man? What is up? Friday night had a part 2, straight to DVD. Fright Night, yeah. Fright Night, yeah. I don't know if I ever seen the sequel, but I know that they had it, yeah. And I haven't seen the first one in a long time, man. I do remember that. Wasn't Chris Sarandon in that one? Wasn't it Chris Sarandon in there? You could call him an Axel Foley artist. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny because like the publisher of that, his name is Axel Alonso. There you go. So there you go. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Myrtle Maniacs. If we don't do a stream tonight, around 3:30 or 4, we will definitely do one tomorrow on Wednesday, where we will go through more of the story of Marvel Studios' book. We will continue reading through there. Hey, Trinity Panther's back. Yeah, I've seen that. And then, well, I'll probably be finishing up the Thunderbolts omnibus here very soon. I'm almost done with that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings, I swear. But also, while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel, so they can get their Myrtle bit and they can hang out with all of these great people down here in the chats. You all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.